and I go to look at the video quality for the first sequel of that, and I'm like, oh god, the video quality immensely dips.
I didn't notice
Like,
because I only had them on VHS back in the day, but I did notice that they started including songs at every fucking turn. By the way, hello,
why?
ladies and gentlemen.
Why?
Welcome
Why?
back to the
Why?
Mehvies.
Why?
Today
Why?
we're watching
Why?
Terminator 2, Judgment
Why?
Day. Because it's funny. Because it's funny.
Ah! You motherfucker.
At this point, I almost feel obligated.
No, you should never feel obligated to do this, especially with that
You see,
name on there.
No one mentioned they have all this power. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started. By the way, we're watching the special extended edition, the 2 hour, 35 minutes, and 55-second version in 3, 2, 1. I've actually never seen this version of the film before. I've only ever seen the theatrical version and the, let me see here, the special edition, not the special extended edition.
I've seen the special extended edition. I had it when I was a kid.
Studio Canal.
Yeah, I've still got the old T2 Extreme DVD from back in the day. I attempted
this 3D version has been produced by Studio Canal. We don't have 3D glasses.
Well, that's fun. That's great, guys. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I attempted to procure the T2 HD version encoded in Windows Media 9 off of the old T2 Extreme DVD, off of disc 2 of that glorious, glorious release.
Mario Kassar present.
Unfortunately, Windows...
a Pacific Western production.
Modern-day Windows is not compatible.
In association with Lightstorm Entertainment.
With that old DRM that they had on these.
A James Cameron film.
And, to cap it all off, the DDRM software that I found.
So we go from past Los Angeles to current day Los Angeles.
Would throw up a memory error, a memory allocation error, whenever I would try to strip the DRM from...
4 years from now, ladies and gentlemen.
4 years from now.
Looks a little bit too intact.
Yeah, you're right.
Those playgrounds do not have nearly enough rust on them. Let's see. That would have been...
Look at those miniatures.
Yeah. That was August 1997. That would have been in April, May, June, July, August. It's 4 months after I was born.
Oh, and the budget ended up increasing immensely.
Yeah. But yeah, the I was only able to get the first and last parts of the movie primed. Because for some reason it was in 4 WMVs. Still looks really good.
This guy on blue.
Yeah. Still looks better than
I didn't
the 4K.
know we were watching Starship Troopers.
Yeah, still looks better than the 4K that James Cameron put out a couple of years later.
We don't talk about the 4K.
Yeah, which is the 3D version, but worse.
Somehow.
Ironically, this disc here is actually this Blu-ray is actually pretty good. And it comes with three. It comes with 3 different versions of the film. Now, ironically, you can get this version with the 4K cheaper than you can get the standalone 3-pack. Sorry, the standalone Blu-ray with the 3 cuts on it. Partially because the 4K is so bad. I still do not own the original Terminator on 4K because I don't trust James Cameron anymore. Hey, that doesn't look like Batman.
Yeah, that does look like Christian Bale.
Or whoever the hell it was who played him in Terminator 5.
We're talking about movies that don't exist, Alex.
You just did, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why I said we. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. One of the most iconic film opening sequences ever made.
As I said last time, this right here would actually be the a re-recording because Brad Fiedel was unable to he didn't. I don't think he had the same equipment that he did when he did the score for the first one.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, and so he couldn't figure out how to completely recreate it using the old files. So it was like, whatever. Introducing Edward Furlong. Edward Furlong, whose career would almost immediately go to hell after starring in this film.
The last time he would play John Connor would be in the T2 interactive live-action interactive play with Arnold, which showed
that was Universal Studios.
And that was the T2 3D, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
This was the last time we would see Brad Fiedel involved in the Terminator franchise because he has gone on record saying he fell out of love making music for the Hollywood system while making this movie.
Yeah. Which is kind of unfortunate because he is a great composer, and this is a great score.
I would say if there was anybody that did a good job following up his work, I would say it's Danny Elfman. Which is ironic because you couldn't even tell that that's...
And now the TV Tropes image for Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah.
Danny
Elfman... Yeah, the Danny Elfman version of the Terminator theme is pretty good. Bear McCreary did a pretty good version of it for the Sarah Connor Chronicles TV show. I like the one that Junkie XL did for one of the worst films I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
You're going to have to be specific. It's either Terminator 5 or 6.
It's Terminator 6. Yeah.
Meanwhile, at some random biker joint.
Yeah. By the way, Studio Canal really heavily leaned into the 3D aspect of this release, despite the fact that they didn't include a 3D disc with this.
Yeah,
the front cover has Arnold posterized between blue and red, the colors of traditional 3D glasses, and the interior discs for the T-1000 and Sarah Connor are colored the same way. Yep, and Arnold is set up. I like how in the promotional material for this film, it is kind of obvious, like, because you can definitely tell that the Terminator is supposed to be, like, on John's side more so than the film tries to make it out to be. But I do kind of like how the film, just as a standalone piece of work, starts off, boom, the Terminator's here, you know? It's like, you recognize, hey, this guy is a professional extra here.
Oh, and this opening sequence would be created in one of the WWE 2K games where they had
she
Arnold,
certainly doesn't mind.
Yes.
And neither does
Arnold came in and with a bunch of different wrestlers beating the shit out of them.
Yes. Dean Ambrose put his cigar out on Arnold's chest. Kind of like what happens in this film.
And she certainly didn't mind either.
Talk about willies. Yeah. There are a couple of character actors who are like professional biker extras in this film. The guy who's playing pool with this guy is one of them, and this guy is also one of them.
I need your clothes,
your boots, and your motorcycle.
And Arnold actually took a cigar on the chest.
Carcinogenic vapor.
Ow!
That is a thumb pressure point. That fucking hurts.
Ow!
Oh, oh.
Don't. That'll be really bad for you. I like how that guy is, at first he's like, I might do it. No, I'm not gonna do it.
Couldn't even cock the gun. Take it.
Family Guy would then parody this bit at where the Peter
Arnold
Terminator
Schwarzenegger's
goes,
son
"Oh, it's
would recreate-
bird.
Arnold
Bird is a word."
Schwarzenegger's son would recreate this moment to show just how he wanted to get into acting.
Excuse me for a moment.
Bird is the word. Bird is the word.
I hope that wasn't the bartender.
Yeah.
Not exactly bad to the bone. More bad to the titanium endoskeleton.
Meanwhile,
here comes the T-1000, who's a little late.
as played quite legendarily by one Robert Patrick,
Who would go on to voice Race Bannon in the 90s Johnny Quest cartoon, at least in the first season.
among several other roles.
Yeah. He was also Hawkman in The Batman.
Funnily enough, Robert Patrick was also in Ben 10 during the second season of the show.
Yeah.
He was Max's old buddy in the plumber days.
Yes. I was about to say, wasn't he one of the plumbers?
He didn't reprise for any later appearance that the character made.
And he finally come back to play and he's actually came back to play the T-1000 more than once. Most recently in MK1.
Which, honestly, it just feels like they were kind of aping off of Robert Patrick's performance here.
I like how
angled just well enough so that nobody sees his junk.
Oh yeah, well they learned from the last movie. Although I do believe they wound up having to mat some trash into the foreground here.
Yeah. 90s technology.
Hey James Cameron, film is supposed to have texture. So is skin.
Bullshit. There should have been multiple John Connors. Like there was, like how the first Terminator had to go off of a phone book to find the right Sarah Connor.
True.
Yeah.
Gonna fly out.
By the way, based on John Connor's appearance, guess which famous mangaka ended up drawing influence from this movie?
God. Yeah, that was That was Guns N' Roses. I'm trying to remember the song. I think it's I'm guessing it's. I'm thinking it's from one of the. On the bed, could be you, could be mine. When your lipstick's running and your cocaine's gone,
God.
you get nothing done. You could be mine. If I know my GNR, that is from Use Your Illusion. I can't remember which one it's from.
God dang, Linda Hamilton got in good shape.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she did.
And unlike some actresses, she actually is doing all of those pull-ups.
Yep.
I remember I saw a clip from, a film of some actress who, she was in a military movie, and it was filmed so you could clearly not see that she wasn't doing it, and it's obvious that she hadn't done the work, you know, so to speak.
So, Alex, I'm guessing you have no idea which mangaka drew influence from this film.
How's the knee?
Now I'm...
She stabbed me in the kneecap with my pen a few weeks ago.
Keep in mind what now?
Keep in mind, and the part of the story which he was making came out around the same year as this film.
Are we talking Hirohiko Araki?
No.
Are we... Lighting changed dramatically between shots? What the fuck, James?
Yeah, the lighting changed.
This was clearly not shot on the same day?
No, it's not. It must have been a reshoot.
You know what? This could also be additional... It's been too long since I've seen this movie, so I'm betting that this here is from the special extended edition.
Yeah.
And they didn't color correct the footage.
Mental asylums tasing and beating the shit out of their patients.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. But I'm betting that this is why, because it's from the special edition, that they didn't wind up color correcting the footage correctly.
Right.
This looks like it's second generation 35 here, because there's a lot of posterization. There's a lot of now we're clearly on original camera negative here.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot more grain on the last one. There's a lot of posterization.
Yeah.
If you can't honestly guess, Alex, it's Akira Toriyama.
Oh, Toriyama. Trunks. Right.
Yeah, Trunks literally looks like John Connor. And he goes back in time and to stop the rise of a pair of cyborgs. At first, the translation suggested it was going to be 19 and 20. Then new translation came out. And it was like, oh, it's actually 17 and 18.
I do like how human the T-1000 is. He's definitely better at infiltrating than the T-800.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the 800 series was... Because there's two T-800s in Terminator 1. There's the infiltration from the flash forward, and then there's Arnold, and both of them are fucking huge.
Yeah. Oh, you could not do this nowadays.
No. That was an Atari computer. Shut the fuck up, Tim.
How did his real mom teach him how to hack computers? Yeah, I call bullshit on that.
Easy money. It would have been easier back then, honestly, because all you have to do is you have to have a program strip. Yeah, I have to give that to a friend of mine in about 20 years so that he can make me.
Yeah, she's total loser.
Okay, Kevin, by the way, that's a mullet.
Yeah, see, Kevin, that's what we call a mullet.
You know, I don't like the color correction in this version of the film. It's all over the place.
That's fair.
I actually need to bring this into Premiere and see if I can, like, break things apart and put them back together.
Look up, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi, Kyle. Did my medicine bring you here? It seems like
yes, it did, honey.
It seems like the medicine is causing my my delusions rather than stopping them.
You're not Anton Yelchin. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Anton.
Wait, his actor died? Good lord.
Yeah, he passed away.
So Anton Yelchin and played young Kyle Reese. And he was also the actor who played young Chekhov in the recent Star Trek films. And
God, he died almost a decade ago.
Yeah. So the story behind that was he had this Jeep that had it was either a Jeep or another Chrysler vehicle, I think, that had an error with the gearbox to where the handle would turn independently of actually turning the gears. So it would look like it was in park when it wasn't actually. So you could think you were setting it in park, and then it would just drive away. And he set it to park, and then it pinned him between it and a wall. And
this is certainly a very surreal...
Crushed his chest and other internal organs and killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is certainly an interesting, surreal sequence.
Also, how funny would it have been if she was just making out with air? Like,
the guys...
Like, I get this as a result of
the orderlies are standing there, her looking at her. Her is like, what the fuck is going on with this chick?
Drugs?
Oh dear.
What kind of psychohallucinogens are in medicine for psychiatric wards?
Hey, Todd Phillips. Todd.
Hey, Todd,
pay attention to this film. It'll give you lessons in how to do hallucinogenic sequences that actually add to the goddamn movie.
Yeah, the color grading in that, the color grading earlier was a bit weird, but at the same time,
this right here is neat. I like this because
it really is.
This looks like 3-strip Technicolor almost, and it creates that dreamlike aesthetic. You know? Oh my God! They blew up the Twin Towers.
We'll get the full version of that nightmare or later down the line.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting to show a glimpse of it.
Hey, did nobody think to put her up to a polygraph test to see if she's actually telling the truth and what she believes?
Polygraph tests are 1, inadmissible in court, and 2, wildly unreliable.
Oh.
They're essentially only usable as, like, a guideline. rather than as an actual method of telling if somebody is telling the truth. Because you can kind of, if somebody's a really bad liar, you can get it if they're lying from that. But if somebody is an actor, a good actor can fool a polygraph test.
You know what? I ended up finding out recently that James McCaffrey, the voice of quote unquote Edward Carnby, he had passed away a couple years back.
From the Xbox 360 PS3 Alone in the Dark?
Yes, the
I don't have your stone and fuck you anyway guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that game wasn't that great, but you brought us lots of joy with that meme.
Yes.
Rest in peace.
As well as I'm the light bringer. I'm the fucking
universe. I can see clearly now, my brain is gone.
Bup, bup, bup.
I can see no robots in my way.
Bup, bup, bup.
For as meticulous and expensive as this restoration was, there's still too much dust and dirt on the screen, and the color grading is all over the place, as we've already established.
I remember my DVD version of the special edition being better than the Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's interesting, but yeah.
That's sad that some early DVDs had better restoration technology or methods, I should say.
It's more so that the ways that they can ruin things have improved, so to speak. Like, you can really knuckle down and fuck shit up. Like the AI restoration for what you call it, True Lies. That fucking thing, where he used what was it, like Waifu 2X or some shit to clear up the image. Can you pick up the fucking trash, you slob?
Also, I got 90s Pepsi.
That was back when Pepsi was really good.
I can guarantee you that
if Pepsi this were sponsored this movie.
Yeah.
Pepsi sponsoring the apocalypse.
Yep.
Just like Pizza Hut helped sponsor the rebellion in Code Geass.
Just like how Domino's sponsored the Ninja Turtles.
Wait, Pizza Hut also... I could have sworn that was Pizza Hut.
No, it was Domino's.
No, Ninja Turtles had a Domino's commercial.
I was thinking the 2014 movie.
Did you remember? Oh yeah. Did you remember?
Well, okay, that's a 2014 movie.
Yeah, but and another thing,
it wasn't Papa John's.
New York. That's fucking New York.
Yeah.
You have so many options. That's like going to eat. That's like going to a pizza around here and choosing Domino's or Little Caesars, the cheapest motherfucking pizza on the planet.
Petit Kaiser.
Anyway, robotic arm. Here's the problem.
You're fucked.
I know you're... Oh no, I don't have any intentions of escaping. Totally.
It is very weird that they don't allow visits.
Even supervised ones.
Isn't it the patient's rights to get a phone call?
Especially...
Okay.
What kind of shit?
I guess that depends.
We need 20 cc. We need 20 cc's of happy gas, as at 30 cc's of hype.
No, she's got enough hype.
God damn it! That blue guy with the triangle shades just took all the hype again. Seriously, how much hype does he need to inject himself with? I mean, hell, the dude with the star shade started taking hype as well.
So being a heavy metal kind of guy, I've listened to this song a few times. Are you guys just rewinding the tape?
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
What are traffic laws? I don't know. I don't care.
Sir, we need to exchange information. Oh, he's gone.
It would have been hilarious if Robert Patrick had just... Oh, Subway. If Robert Patrick had just pulled Arnold over her and thought, oh no, this is famous actor Arnold Schwarzenegger from the movie Commando. This isn't a Terminator. I'm just... Is this the place from John Wick? Is this the place they had the shootout in John Wick?
I have to assume.
I love Missile Command. I had a, somewhere I still have the CD, but I had a, version of it on my computer back in the day. Yeah?
Guys. Okay, so I want you to imagine Arnold going to a flower shop and saying, I would like one rose box, please. And then he puts his gun in the rose box. Thank you.
In the flower shop.
I mean, he would end up doing the same thing with...
I would like a dozen red roses.
It's for someone special.
Bummer. I appreciate Mullet Guy. Because he doesn't snitch on John. He actually...
It's Afterburner! Oh, that's an LA Guns shirt. That's not a Guns N' Roses shirt.
Yeah, he's over there.
Mind if I take over your game? Yeah, sure, whatever. Ah!
And that would be the last we saw of Mullet Kid.
Hey, keep in mind, he was actually an actual decent friend.
I liked how he was trying to misdirect him. It's like, hey, I think I saw him going that way. Ow!
You're not supposed to be back here?
I don't fucking care.
Sup, bitches. I'm back.
Sup, motherfucker.
I no longer have any roses.
I don't care for
guns.
roses.
I'm here to break up with someone.
Get down.
I was actually talking to the guy with Pepsi.
This had to be one of the best reveals of all time back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
That the bad guy from the previous film is the good guy in this one.
I would say it's essentially better than Dark.
Potentially better than which one?
It's better than Darth Vader being Luke's father, is what I said.
Ooh.
No.
I wouldn't necessarily say so. That's actually still pretty good. Like you can you can tell that it's an effect. Holy shit, yeah.
Shit, look at that. Oh.
It's so fucking cool.
It's so fucking cool that T3 would rip it off beat for beat, except in a toilet stall.
You know, the funny thing is that at that bit
I like
that bit of a power struggle they were in earlier, or some people feel all that was paid homage to in Mortal Kombat 1 with Conan and the T-1000.
I actually like how that subtle reaction where he looked at the silver mannequin and was wondering, like you could tell he's like, "Is that me?"
That's the best comedy shot because it's almost unintentional.
Damn it, John!
Like you know.
And Robert Patrick had to do a couple extra takes of this because he actually caught up to the dirt bike.
I know.
Yeah, he had to slow down.
I love it when actors get so good at training for something that they get a little too good and they have to slow down.
And this is why Robert Patrick. This is why some people believe that Robert Patrick wouldn't really be able to get a role as iconic as this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The only sad thing is he could not do this.
He used to have integrity back then, but after Mortal Kombat, after a while, he was like, you know what? I'll go back for this role. Mortal Kombat 1.
You know what I'll do? I'll be in Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
funnily enough,
surprise. He would come back as the T-1000 in Wayne's World 2 and in The Last Action Hero.
Yeah, the Wayne's World cameo is the best.
And Mortal Kombat 1, when Peacemaker looks at the T-1000, he's like, T-1000's like, why are you looking at me like that? And then
because you look like fuck, you look like my dad.
Yeah, that.
By the way, I remember when Vietnam-era camouflage was incredibly cheap and easy to find. Tiger Stripe is really fucking cool. You can't get that shit anymore.
Hey, Marvel, this is called stunt work.
Yeah, this is special.
I was
effects.
literally just imagining the truck theme from City Escape.
Follow me, set me free.
Not that part of the song.
We will escape from the city. Excuse me. God damn.
It's the truck chase theme.
Oh.
I get the feeling that this movie may have influenced Sonic Adventure 2.
I have the feeling a lot of.
My name is Driftimus Prime.
Is Edward being
the funny thing is that Sonic Adventure 2 is more in that sequence was more or less influenced by Pepsi Man.
The Pepsi Man sequence was fucking hilarious because when I got to that section of the game, it was like, wait, what? This is Sonic Adventure. Yeah?
Is Edward Furlong actually riding the bike in this scene, or is that a stunt double?
Some of the shots it's him, some of the shots it's a double.
Okay, so he's probably the only actor who actually didn't do all of his own stunts.
Well, there are issues with having a child actor doing stunts like that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So some of them were just straight up illegal, and they do have to have somebody else doing it for some of the shots.
I think I remember reading that Edward could only be on set for a couple of hours at a time out of any given day.
Yeah, because there are maximum amount of times that child actors can work.
Yeah.
Which is that's a labor laws thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was in the wide shot there. That was a double.
Okay. Your bike is a pussy bike. This is a real man's bike. Oh. I think I know where Christopher Nolan got the flip the truck idea from The Dark Knight.
Yep.
They actually blew up that truck
Yeah.
And then you're wondering, okay, he's dead. Clearly he's dead. Nothing can survive that.
No.
Oh my god.
He turned into a tire.
It's the villain from Rubber.
Oh no, not the villain from Rubber. Oh, but then
God,
oh
it's
my God.
digital effects and it still looks so fucking good. And it's all down to the lighting. Like the reflections on the silver skin of the T-1000.
It's funny how there were two digital effects from the 90s that still hold up today. Jurassic Park's dinosaurs and the T-1000. Stop. I just said I was.
I just said I was. Are you fucking stupid?
Do I touch your face?
Stop that. Stop that. That's really annoying.
Why do you look and sound like that? This is a very common trend in the future.
In the future, Austria starts producing a lot of media that's popular worldwide. Austria booze.
You did. Yeah. And then this would later be and then people would later repurpose that plot for X-Men Days of Future Past.
And
because after all, the plot of this movie would be needed to save the world of the future.
Well, Plan A didn't work, Mr. T-1000. What's Plan B?
Steal another police car.
I do like how you can tell by this point Arnold's acting had come up in the world.
Yep.
Because if you compare his performance in this to his first performance in Conan the Barbarian, there's a huge difference with how he delivers his line.
You compare it to the undubbed version of Hercules in New York.
Oh my god.
He still does a better job than the guy who dubbed over his voice did, though.
That's true.
And now we get over to a phone booth. How about this?
Here you go.
There's several.
I do like how, even though he hates his foster parents, he still does care for them, so he's not shallow. Uh-oh. The T-1000 does not appreciate the misuse of dogs. Max. Oh, he called him out.
Ooh, yeah. And there's one of the memes out there in the wild.
Yep.
Couldn't even let him finish the milk before you killed him?
Nope.
Stabbed him through the milk.
And that kill is is used for the second part of one of the T-1000's fatalities in MK1.
I do like how he's examining himself and being like, huh, so that's what I can do. So it's almost like the T-1000 is figuring out his abilities as he's pursuing John Connor.
Yeah, it's like a clinical examination of his own capabilities.
Well, at least he didn't kill the dog, because, again, he respects dogs.
About that.
He killed the dog, didn't he?
Yes.
Damn. Well, John Wick's gonna have to kill a bitch.
Yeah, we're about to see the T-1000 kill the dog.
Oh. He's upset that the dog gave away his cover.
You fucked up my game, Wolfie. My name's not Wolfie. Shut the fuck up, Wolfie. My name's Max. Shut the fuck up, Max.
Your name is dead. Oh.
My dog's name was Max.
I don't know what killing the dog was going to achieve. Other than you're just a petty asshole.
Well, in the future, they did use the dogs to find the Terminators. Public Enemy, Prong, LA Guns.
I don't know what he's talking about. His room is fine.
Social Disruption. That room is cleaner than the one I'm in now.
Yeah, what the fuck was she on about? It doesn't look messy.
Yeah.
Microscope. I can't see. Is that... I can't see.
Public Enemy...
Is that looks like Young Guns 2 there, but I'm not sure. That's a bunch of cassettes. John's,
Yep.
Hey, that's a better soldering station than the one I've got.
Nice. Come on, give me something I can use to track down this bastard.
I need to see what all these posters are.
Oh. I like how he's scanning with his hands. Like, look, he's almost like an animal. Oh.
Yeah.
Aw, he kept messages from Sarah.
And he's going through them quickly because a machine would only need to go a little bit. Right.
She knows she was there.
Right.
And Lance Henriksen was among them.
Right, I know.
Which, by the way, fun fact, Alex, when you and I get to T3, they revealed that they were originally going to bring Lance Henriksen's character back, but he would be in a wheelchair, but they cut that part out.
Huh. You gave me drugs to make me not care, so no.
Technically, yeah. Also, what does it matter if, what does it matter? It's not like the police are going to let her go. They're just going to want insight.
I mean, she didn't even know what the fuck... Assuming that we're in the quote-unquote real world, right? Without Terminators. Like, if she thinks that this guy is a robot from the future... What? How is she gonna know otherwise who he might be?
That's a good question. I like how John is slowly connecting with the Terminator. Well, that's hurtful. By the way, Kevin.
What?
They just revealed what Tony Chopper is going to look like in live action.
Is it? Please tell me it doesn't look awful.
I don't care.
Okay, the best way I can describe his model, Alex, it looks like something out of Detective Pikachu the movie.
That's not terrible.
Refer to what I just said.
Well, I know you don't. I know what you said. Good. Anger is good. Are you done throwing up a hissy fit?
Because you told
Because you told me to. You know, maybe if you had been asking questions instead of whining like a little bitch, I would have explained that I obey you. Now twerk! I don't know what that is.
I do not know what that is.
But I don't like it.
I'm trying to figure out who that guy is, because that guy looks familiar. I think he's a wrestler.
Okay, all right. This is too much abuse of power on her. Oh shit! No, not. Oh my god! I meant lower the gun, not put it on the ground.
You have to specify. I'm very literally minded.
Of course, I'm a Terminator.
If I was 40 years younger, I'd be playing in a James Gunn movie. James Gunn would have cast me as Drax the Destroyer.
Actually, I believe he would have cast. No, you want to know what would have been funny? He would have cast in an alternate universe 30 years ago. James Gunn would have casted Arnold as a aging Superman and Sylvester Stallone as a Batman.
Oh. You are now picturing early 2000s Batman v Superman as directed by James Gunn, starring Arnold and Sly.
Excuse me for a minute. I am inching a pair of knives towards my eyes.
You are also now picturing him using the song Superman by Goldfinger in an incredibly unfitting capacity.
You are also picturing Sylvester Stallone wearing Batman spandex.
I am currently blind right
now. Doing the Batusi. Oh. Somewhere in the film, we are going to feature the...
You are also picturing Sylvester Stallone doing the I am vengeance.
Can we stop now?
I am tonight. I am Batman.
Has anybody ever heard of the Ides of March?
No.
The Ides of March had a song called Superman.
Sex offender.
Yep.
They really let in a sex offender.
Boy, you should be in a different part of the asylum, strapped to your own goddamn bed.
You know what?
Get out of here with your Philip Seymour Hoffman glasses and your pervy-ass tongue.
At least he was Alex.
Holy
at least
shit,
he wasn't going to do. At least he wasn't going to do what the other guy did in the opening of Kill Bill.
Yeah, I was just thinking of that.
Bro, if you've got, I know that orderlies in these fucking
places. And the
places.
Oscar for Best Actress goes to Sarah Connor because she actually let him lick her to prove that she was catatonic.
Yeah. Now I know that you know, orderlies don't have a lot to do when they're not abusing the patients and in places like these. Why ain't you doing some fucking sit-ups, Doughboy?
Uh-oh.
Do them on your lunch break.
There you go. Okay. Waste is free. Now you got to get your hands. All right, one left. So, they're not my friends.
What the hell?
Hey, look. Oh, this guy.
Can't remember if this is the version that has... You know what? I'll save that until we get to it. This film is part of the reason why I taught myself how to pick a lock with a piece of wire, though.
Does it still work today?
Sadly,
Sure,
yes.
it does.
Sadly, yes.
Damn.
Locks. A lot of mainstream locks have not improved with the last
This time?
Yeah, with the last.
So
100
you're telling me
years.
that? Geez, so in the past 30 years this movie came out, locks are still the same.
In the past,
oh, that's a great effect right there.
In the past 100
They
years,
had to-
And now we get the first part of one of the T-1000s in his fatalities. He's in Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh, look at
fucking
that.
neat.
Like first
And
he
I
shapeshifts into the guy.
Yeah,
Yep.
and as our thumbnail points out, this is not actually a an effect.
Oh,
The T-1000 is actually played by this guy's twin brother.
nice.
I gotta show you guys the T-1000's fatalities.
I feel bad for this guy. Dude just got... I don't know what the significance of him getting a full house on that cup was, but dude was feeling happy. Come on, you're almost there.
Early 90s Jack Quaid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you look up lockpicking lawyers videos or McNally's videos on DeSacco and Master Lock, they share a lot of problems in common with lock models from way back when.
Uh-oh.
Broken broom. Broken mop.
Nothing suspicious.
Ow!
Oh! Oh! Oh!
To be fair, he deserved that.
He
Yes.
really did. I won't lie. but
Especially with
geez.
both of the earlier scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And he licked her, which implies that he would have sexually assaulted her.
Yep. If
Oh,
if
cool.
it-
He's got a on.
this were-
That'll...
if this were written and directed by Reki Kawahara,
Oh yeah,
we
it's
would
actually
have seen a more graphic.
you know, it's kind of
sex
funny
scene.
that this movie has a nightstick in it, and it's also responsible for indirectly responsible for the police not using nightsticks anymore.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the police foundation saw this movie. We're like,
Well,
all right, we're not using that
no.
shit anymore.
Oh, I'll
No.
be right back.
So, fun fact, there was a Terminator fan filming with a VHS camcorder the various
Course.
stunts that were going on during the filming of this movie. And then he happened to be filming, and he caught the Rodney King incident on camera.
Uh-oh. Oh! Hi.
And the Rodney King incident is the reason why nightsticks are no longer allowed to be used by the police.
Oh, he's out. The 115 body. That's one. Oh, shit. What? I swear I will not kill anyone. Unless I want to.
You did not specify the kneecaps.
I mean, if you do get, as long as you don't hit the artery, they'll be fine.
Yes, if anybody could shoot somebody like that, I can imagine a Terminator would be able to.
Well, also, he knows the human anatomy, so he knows where to shoot and which is the most non-lethal.
Nice gooseneck on his arm, too. It's a good come-along.
Although, the bad part about this is, if you do kill him, you've lost your leverage.
Yeah.
You could, unless that glass is bulletproof, you could just shoot her.
True. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. That was a neat one right there, too.
Yeah.
Because that heel strike, that palm heel strike to the jaw can fuck your face up.
Yep.
Nah.
Oh, clever.
Yep.
Twisted the key off.
And when you twist a key off like that, it requires more than just a pair of pliers to take it out. Ask me how I know this.
Which they don't have.
I once snapped my own house key off in the door of my house. Not on purpose. I was a complete fucking idiot. But,
and then,
and now the twist from Sarah's perspective.
And all that strength immediately, it turns into terror the minute the source of her trauma just reappears in her life.
That just shudder collapse as she sees the Terminator.
Yep. Ow!
Look, he's killing them all.
Ah!
Ow.
You broke my favorite sunglasses.
You're lucky I won't kill you. Oh, wait.
She's like, my God, John.
What? What?
Oh, and there's a funny video on this where it's this scene, but replace the T1000 with a Pomeranian.
Still looks so goddamn cool. That's a neat little detail. Ah, you asshole, now you have to die.
And now we get the third part of his fatality in MK1. Like, he splits you in half with those things.
Excuse me.
Woo! Okay, jeez. Ah! Ow!
Bonk. Just dripping from the ceiling like a demented alien.
Some people like to make memes out of how good an actor Robert Patrick was, as to the point where they say all this
stuff that the T1000 did is just stuff he could do. Yeah, I remember when the behind the scenes clip of him catching up to Edward on the bike was released, and or when it started going viral on the internet rather. And people just started saying like yeah, no, they didn't have to use special effects for the melting through the bars sequence, and he just did that. Now that's a good dummy shot.
Ouch.
I believe that's a rebar on metal rolling sound effect there. Yeah, you don't want that with you just in case he can track it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now part of the T1000's intro animation, MK1.
Yeah.
You could have had him bend down and pick it up, but no, it's so fucking cool.
Yeah, it's so fucking cool here, but then it's lame in MK1.
Well, it's a NetherRealm game. What do you want? They're not
I expect
allowed to
a lot
be
of things
fun anymore.
I expect a lot.
Oh. Just like how it was stupid of you to get captured?
I mean, I got you saved, so...
Okay, well then I'll let you die.
Sure. Sure you could.
At least he notices.
Hmm.
You what? Hey, that's a nice bike. Oh, would you like it? I'm happy to part with it. Crack.
Now, if only you could give me some kind of monetary token in exchange for that bike.
Oh, wait, you're dead.
Thank God they didn't have trackers in police vehicles back then.
I'd have to go back and... don't know when LoJack was first introduced in police vehicles. LAPD specifically.
I could kill you right now, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No.
That is what John said before he sent me here.
Yes.
I'm sure I...
But that's a great effect.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell that what's a model and what's not.
It's quite impressive that he ends up trusting Sarah with this.
Which is ironic because Sarah doesn't trust him.
And there it is.
Looks like a delicious chocolate bar.
Like a Wonka chocolate bar.
Come with me and you'll be
In a world of pure imagination.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
Boom.
She's gonna need some ointment for that burn.
Subtle as ever.
The keys were right there.
Do wanna write me up a 125? Post my face, wanna dead or alive.
Alex, we're not in the future ruled by some douche canoe.
Take my license, all that jive. I can't drive. 55.
I didn't hear a thank you, mother.
Mother?
Smile.
What is this smile?
Give me a break. Oh, okay. I love how you can see Arnold he's pretending to smile badly.
Yeah. We'll work on that.
It almost looks like John hurt his feelings there.
Thanks, Mom, being cold and emotionless. At least the robot is acting more human. Those almost look real.
They probably used real fake guns because that was what they had. I don't know. You can actually get fairly good replica airsoft guns.
Miles Dyson.
Well, that's disturbing.
And we've already seen AI systems attempting to keep themselves from being shut down in the real world. Fun.
Yeah.
Don't give them access to the power grid.
Please.
If they do, we're fucked. Nice salary. Dude's got to be making what, 80, 90 grand to afford a house like this?
Yeah.
I mean, houses with pools just double the value.
At least he's not too married to his job.
That's true.
I gotta develop this giant chocolate bar. Bit happens. That's great. He's locked in, don't you know?
I'm not moving until you take our kids out.
So he's played by Courtney B.
Only
Vance.
The strongest will survive.
In a film that still doesn't exist. Here he's portrayed by Joe Morton.
That's actually a really good argument. Not yet. That programming's coming in next week. Why'd you hit the enter key to turn it off? How does that work?
It just does, Alex. You don't question it.
Why did the audio cut off before the scene did?
Sad. He's just a good man at heart. Dude was just trying to revolutionize things. Didn't know what it would ultimately come to.
Yeah, he thought it was like, oh man, this is really fucking cool. We're gonna have self-driving cars and self-flying planes. And then it was self-sustaining, self-replicating robots. Your shotgun. I need it now.
Okay.
I do not require liquids to function. What is this tiny human? Why is it so small? Is this a weapon? Is a small child a weapon? Hey, I heard you needed more DACA. You sure you got the distributor cap on right? I hope the starter's on top of the engine. Unlike the one on my dad's car where it's on the fucking bottom. It literally died in the parking lot of the gym once, and we had to... we wound up having to tie a rope to the bumper and tow it home. And you would be playable on Nintendo. You can tell he didn't go to one of the cool schools where they were into Sega.
Yeah, but then they put all of their...
Terminator does what Nintendo don't.
Yeah, but Alex, then they would have to... Then they would have to put all of their money onto the Sega Dreamcast, and that would end up bombing.
My blast processing CPU is out of this world. If ever my CPU is damaged, you can just shove a Sega Genesis in my head. Oh dear God, what is this? Is this Sasha? I believe it might be. I'm heavy weapons guy. And this is my weapon. No, seriously, I weigh over 350 pounds.
Oh, she is... Yeah, she is quite jacked.
God damn.
If Gizmo were here, he'd say, would?
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't blame him. Sarah Connor is quite the baddie.
Her and Ripley.
Ooh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shame both of these franchises wound up going to hell eventually, but, you know.
Speaking of going to hell, I think it was during the production of this that James Cameron and Linda Hamilton were dating. Or they were married by this point. I can't remember.
So this would have been before his.
This would have been in 1991 because the movie came out in 1992.
So that would have been before his relationship with what's her name, who directed The Hurt Locker.
Yeah, this was before they got married because they were married in 97, then divorced 2 years later.
Yeah,
okay,
and then
literally
he would have shacked up with Catherine Bigelow not too long after that.
Yeah, after he made Titanic. But clearly they made up because she came back to Terminator 6.
I mean, he wasn't really involved in the production of that movie.
Probably because as soon as he heard Linda was coming back, he wanted to stay as far away from her as possible.
I know he wrote. I know he wrote like the first draft on the script, and then that proceeded to get royally fucked up by like one of the next 4 writers it got passed through, and Tim Miller.
If you ask Tim Miller, he has a different story. He says that he had a good script, and James came in and fucked it up.
You know what? I can believe both of them, because I'll bet you what happened was James Cameron had a good script and Tim Miller had a good script, but both of them were fundamentally incompatible with each other. And then they brought in the other two morons. I don't understand. But yeah, I'll bet you that was what happened. There were 2 decent scripts that were incompatible with each other, and then the other ones, the other guys got brought in to rewrite it and into the mess that we wound up getting later.
So,
and it's here where Sarah starts to trust the T-800.
Yep. Even if it is a bit messed up, even if this logic is a bit messed up, it is one that she could reasonably come to based on her deteriorating mental state.
I mean, given that John didn't have a father growing up, the Terminator is literally the closest thing to a father he was ever going to get, and that's
So that way, at the very least, John wouldn't develop what is commonly referred to as fatherless behavior.
Well, and it would shape him. It would shape him into a better leader.
Oh, doggies!
It would shape him into Batman later in life.
It would. I'm excited for you and I to get to Terminator Salvation, Alex.
Salvation is one that I have fond memories of. I don't know if
so
it
do
holds
I.
up as much as I think it does.
I think it holds up as good as it could. I just think like if the second and third act had been as well polished as the first act, I think it honestly could have been the best one of the best Terminator movies.
Now we're getting never mind.
Nope, not yet.
Now
yes we are. We're getting the rest of that nightmare.
I feel like a lot of that comes down to McG being a terrible director and terrible at security, because that set was a mess. The production was hell.
Well, yeah,
but we'll get to that later. But yeah, there were apparently
the fact that she is
a bunch
unable
of script leaks.
That she's unable to say anything.
I mean,
Alex, look at the.
Oh,
yeah, look at that.
That's actually this must have been shot early on because she doesn't even have all the muscle.
Well, if
she's very lanky,
smart production.
Yeah,
it made sense, and she's in the waitress uniform too.
Yeah.
Oh my God! They blew up the World Trade Centers
again.
No, wait, they're busy. They're busy bombing the Demon World.
Oh,
to the tune of American Idiot.
Oh, this is a good effect.
Yes. Bird, baby, bird. Disco Inferno.
In this stream, it takes slightly longer for everything to get burned up.
flames everywhere, and it burned.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames burned higher.
Higher, and it burned.
Here's another meme out in the wild.
Sarah, you really need to get that checked out. Maybe you should check yourself into a mental hospital. Oh.
Wait. Yeah, let's not put her back in there, because that's the worst.
We don't need
that was the worst thing for her.
Yeah, we don't need to repeat the first act of the movie.
Yeah. In fact, we don't need to repeat the entirety of this movie in another poorly planned sequel.
We don't need to repeat the entirety of this movie in several poorly planned sequels, actually.
Ironically, except the fourth one. We would repeat this sequel 3 times. The 6th one would literally be a remake. Well, okay, so she's gone mad.
With power?
Weird how he's remembering things from the future.
Well, no, that would have been something Sarah told him.
Oh. Sure. Well, wait a minute. If that's true, why didn't the T-1000 go to Dyson after he failed to capture both John and Sarah?
Indeed.
Like, that seems like I'm not saying it's a massive plot hole, but that seems like a tactical that seems like a tactical misadvantage.
Tactical misstep, maybe.
Yeah.
It might be one of those things where, I don't...
Unless, and I got a theory here, what if the T-1000 only started to go after Miles Dyson as soon as he figured out, oh, wait, the T-800 also has these same files. So
yeah, because if they're figuring it out at the same time, that would kind of make sense.
Yeah. Because it's clear that the T-1000 is just going in an ABC step plan.
Oh, RC cars used to be so versatile back in the day. They used to stand up to so much abuse.
Oh, yeah. Nowadays, they suck.
I tried that with one of mine, and it exploded.
Sarah, if you were going to kill him, why didn't you use a sniper?
Out on the streets, I'm stalking the night. I can hear my heaven breathing. Aim for
she has a sniper?
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, it has a suppressor.
Something there I can't believe in.
Oh, she's hesitating.
Inside my head, I can hear them. I can hear them. Vanishing memories of things that were said. But you can't try to hurt me now. But a shot in the dark. One step away from you.
I think it actually would have been better if you just destroyed his research. You didn't have to kill him.
Oh, I think that's what she's trying to do now. Oh, is like take out all of his shit there. And maybe take him out if she can.
Yeah, and now she is going to do that, because... No.
Wonder if, what's Sonya's appearance in, future Mortal Kombat games would be derived from this.
Oh, no,
I
absolutely.
would think so.
Oh. Okay, that's over the top. You don't need to call her a bitch.
Open the door, get on the floor, everybody walk, the dinosaur.
Yeah, she's lost it. Yeah, she can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't bring herself to do it.
Yeah, because how does that make her better than a machine?
And if she hadn't seen the kid and the wife.
Yeah, if the kid and the wife hadn't been here, then yeah, she would have probably done it. But seeing Miles' wife and son, it's like, okay, she cannot. She may be a lot of things, but she's not going to make these poor children an orphans
or fatherless.
That too.
She doesn't want them to develop fatherless behavior, or because of her.
I also think it has something to do with John. Like maybe spending time with John and seeing the Terminator interact with him probably made her hesitate and realize that this is not the right way to win a war. How did Linda Hamilton not get an Oscar nomination for this?
Well,
how indeed?
I know why.
Oh, wait, it's the Academy. They hate sci-fi.
The Academy didn't watch this fucking movie, just like they don't watch any of the other movies. They fucking shower praise and flowers and gold and shit over. Same reason why The Hurt Locker won Best Picture when it went up against fucking Avatar. It's the same reason. Bullshit. Yeah, it's the same reason why Shakespeare in Love won Best Picture when it went up against Saving Private Ryan.
It's the same reason why multiple Batman actors were not given their mainline Oscar wins.
Mm-hmm.
Woman, what were you thinking?
Bitch, what the hell is going on in that head of yours?
Oh God, this is my favorite effect of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to see this?
They must have cut something where they said what his name was.
Oh. I don't know why you're freaking out. He's just cutting himself. He hasn't even done it yet.
I don't want anybody else.
Look,
when I think about you,
motion.
I cut myself.
I love how you can see the stop motion right there.
Yeah, it's so fucking cool.
It blends in well with the actual actor.
Yeah. I think that had to have been... Oh, yeah, that's an animatronic right there.
Yeah. And look at him.
He is starting to realize, yeah, maybe I done fucked up.
And again, it came from good intentions. But the irony is, It's the best of intentions that somehow managed to make the worst kind of scenarios.
The road to hell and
Bender,
all that.
Bender, you do realize that's also something said in Jurassic Park 3, right?
No, I did not.
That was something Alan Grant said to Bill. Oh, before he almost dropped the raptor eggs.
Well, I do remember Jurassic Park 3, but if anything,
the worst things imaginable have come from the best of intentions.
Yeah. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Woman.
Okay, get off your high pedestal. Like, you're any better.
Yeah.
My wife knows how that is. I'm a father, you know. You almost killed my kid.
Not the time.
Very thoroughly.
Now.
Yep. Yep.
Welcome
to Cyberdyne Systems with open bar. The bar is to the left.
Up. You could at least knock him out.
I have to imagine them just taping him to an elevator, some sorts like Quicksilver did. Come on! I get that it's a force of habit. Son of a bitch!
Uh-oh.
Hey, would you look at that setup and payoff?
No.
I mean, the only thing we're aborting here tonight is Skynet.
Yeah.
You think he knew he was gonna? You think he knew he was gonna die, or was that implied?
The
super buff, muscular woman who looks like she would kill Ella and played by Pedro Pascal with a golf club.
Who also will kill this director if he ever threatens to leave. Oh shit.
That was quite warm. Why are you holding your ears? Did that not hurt your eardrums? What are eardrums? I have microphones. Dual stereo. I shut them off when this happened.
He just tears it off like it's Batman. Like, seriously.
Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Like, seriously, the Governor just casually rips that open like it's in Batman Arkham Knight. Which I get the impression that game also drew inspiration from this movie in terms of some animations.
Yeah, well, no, because actually, yeah, I think so, because it would be out around this time.
Because it's like...
Oh, burned everything.
God damn.
By the way, where have you been, T-1000?
He was busy trying to fight off the Mortal Kombat cast.
Makes sense. Uh-oh.
That's old tape drives, by the way. They're really slow, but they can hold stuff for a very long time. Best part is they're cheap.
Just a warning, it's really heavy.
I love this bit of acting.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh. This is going to make escaping a little difficult. I love that. Trust me. He won't kill them, but that doesn't mean he can't brutally fuck them up.
Yeah.
What was that? I could not hear you.
Can't hear you of the sound of $100,000 per minute. Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. I like how he waits long enough for them to get away.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because again, he did promise he won't kill them.
0.0, as if there could be a 0.1 casualty.
Yeah. Well, their vehicles are damaged, so they couldn't follow them if they did escape. Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, so much for being delicate.
I was going to say, now you start sending them in?
SWAT was on the way. They just had to get the gear on. I hate how they make those benches out of, like, granite and stuff, but that means that they don't have to replace the cushions over time.
Yeah.
Ready to roll?
First we gotta rock, then we gotta roll. Do we let it pop? No, let it go.
Oh, no.
Oh, son of a bitch!
They didn't even wait.
Oh my god, you killed the black guy first.
Racist.
It's the LAPD. Oh. What do you expect?
Oh, yeah. Oh, poor Miles. That subtle bit of acting, like, just go. I'm okay.
Or I'm not okay, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, just go. There you go, blind fire.
Enough to get them to pause, but not enough for them to be injured.
Yeah.
No. The sad part is, there was no way Miles was getting out of this alive.
Nope.
Can I kill them now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now there's a way out. Now there was a way out.
Why do you keep holding your ears after the big explosions? Just turn off the microphones on your head. What?
Oh, man.
Oh my, are those C4?
Go. Oh God, he's trying to fight it.
Yeah, Miles didn't want to kill anybody.
No, he didn't. Yep. Poor Miles.
Shoot.
In a deleted version of that scene, you would have heard him utter, "This is from Matilda."
Oh my God.
Look, if anyone was going to make a Leon the Professional reference, it was going to be me.
We need to put that on the list. We need to put some other Luke Besson movies on the list, but we need to put that one on the list too.
Yep. Well, you'll be back for another 10 or so years?
Right.
Unfortunately.
Fuck you, asshole.
You didn't say please.
You know, this guy's taking more holes in him than 50 Cent.
Yep.
If this were the JoJo abridgment, if this were the
50 got shot 9 times. Arnie got shot 900 times.
Yep.
So, Bender, if this were the Phantom Blood abridgment, one of them would be like, "Impossible! I've never seen anyone so white take so many bullets to the chest!" But then you hear Speedwagon in the background go, "Even Speedwagon is afraid!"
Aww.
Because, yes, Speedwagon in that abridgment sounds like Pops from regular show.
Yeah, makes sense.
I don't get it.
Neither do I.
Like, why Speedwagon of all people?
I don't know. Oh, there you go.
Clever.
Check off the keys. Plastic keyboards.
Yeah.
If there's one thing from the 80s I love, it's the keyboard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pew 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 pew.
I love how he's just riding the motorcycle through the building.
Yep. Just casually. Wait,
It's
are
a
you
casual.
making,
I have the
It's a
skills
casual
to get through
Patrick
this.
thing.
are you making laser noises in your head? I'm sorry, are you making laser noises all the time in my head? Is that weird?
Pew 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 pew.
I need your helicopter. Give it to me. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Oh, look at that. At least he's
Sure, but
dead.
No, they were only. He's
fine.
probably got like a broken shoulder or something, or a broken leg.
Probably.
They were only a few feet off the ground. He's not dead. He's just horribly injured.
And now we're in the third act.
You know, who sadly would... You know which main character would sadly grow up to have fatherless behavior?
Edward?
Sadly, Littlefoot.
Oh.
Aw. Yeah.
Several sequels later, where the hell were you, Dad? Because I know we've been bringing up fatherless behavior throughout this, and so I figured, or hey, here's a character from something.
This, by the way, this is one of the most amazing scenes in the history of film here, and
yeah,
a big portion of it was actually shot by this shot right here. This was shot by James Cameron himself. Because the cinematographer refused to be involved, because it was like, you're flying a fucking helicopter under a bridge, you're insane. And if it had fucked up, it would have killed everyone.
Including Patrick?
Yeah.
Yep, and Patrick.
No. Is this Robert? No, this is Patrick. Is this Robert? No, this is Patrick.
No, this is Patrick.
Is this Robert?
No, this is Patrick.
I'm done. Robert. I could have sworn that was your name. Hey, Robert Patrick? Oh, my bad. Is it me that you're looking for?
Oh, okay. That was
come on! He was just asking if you were okay.
The T-1000 doesn't give a shit.
The T-1000 doesn't care. The T-1000 does not feel remorse. It does not feel pity. It does not feel pain. Yes, quite significantly.
Yes.
Do you have any protein bars that I can use to regrow my skin with? Get the fuck out of here.
Now.
Do it. I need you to get out of here. Do it now.
Praise the Lord. You want to know the worst part about Batman being a Jehovah's Witness?
What?
What?
That he has trained all the other Robins in the same manner. So each of them goes up to an innocent victim, be like, have you heard the good word of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?
Oh, shut the fuck up, Tim! It can only go up to 55. We have to take the governor off. I have to terminate the governor. I have to terminate the governor in California. Blah. Actual plot of one of the episodes of Sarah Connor Chronicles, by the way.
Seriously?
I'm not kidding.
What are the... Oy.
Which was airing while Arnold was governor. Move,
Hey!
bitch! Get out the way! Get out the way, bitch! Get out the way! Move, bitch! Get out the— Ow!
What?
This is the weirdest remake of Duel I've ever seen.
Indeed.
You know, James, I wasn't signing up to be in a Spielberg movie.
Oh, by the way, the part of the T-800 shooting up the T-1000 is part of one of the T-1000's fatality. He's an MK1. Yep. The truck crashing thing is the other part. There are only like a handful of fatalities in MK1 actually kill the T-1000. Neither of its fatalities
so cool.
Neither of its fatalities are among them. Consider it your off day!
We can't afford all the workman's comp this is gonna cost us. Everybody out of the building!
Fuck yeah, we're getting time off! It's not paid time off! God
Fuck
damn it! Curses. I forgot, liquid nitrogen instantly freezes.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell this is kind of where they were trying to go with the dissolving sequences in Infinity War, but they kind of couldn't quite.
Yeah.
Hasta la vista, chicken. See, now if it ended like this, that would have still been cool, but we wouldn't have gotten the rest of this.
Fucking cool.
Yep.
I am in so much unimaginable pain right now.
It's not even funny.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's not.
John, get the broom. Get the broom. We need to sweep it up. We need to do it now. No, he's melting back. He's melting back into soda.
Whoop. Whoop. Whoop.
Looks like liquid mercury. Or solder when you heat it up.
In the T-1000's arcade ending in MK1, and it at first was taken by Sector to be studied, but then it ended up breaking out and easily taking control. To which I'm like, what were you expecting, you dumb broad?
This film is what? We're over 30 years old here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah. Looks better than stuff that came out last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's a bad thing.
Looks better than stuff that came out this year.
And that is also a bad thing. He's like, wait, what? That shouldn't be happening.
Uh-oh.
Fucked up his molecular structure.
Yep.
Excuse me. What is hot? I do not know what hot is.
Well, you know how those people at the beginning of the movie were ogling you? Oh, while you were buck-ass naked?
Yes, that was quite weird.
Well, that's what hot is.
I still do not understand, but I believe I can put the pieces together. This is a very odd puzzle you've given me.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's not.
There goes their best weapon.
Oh!
Fuck, that was smooth.
Yep. Oh, there goes.
Oh, god fucking damn it. Wish I'd saved that other arm from the other Terminator.
Hum.
The original 127 hours solution.
Yep. People only will know that movie for its ending because of Deadpool.
I watched the documentary about that before the movie came out.
Ah, yes, leaving your mom alone with the shape-shifting liquid metal robot. That makes sense.
Totally.
Sometimes in mirror matches with the T-1000, and it will say that John Connor had somehow programmed it.
Oh.
So goddamn cool.
Yep.
Because it's an actual... Oh, shit. Oh, you dropped your bullet. You better hurry. Come on. Too slow.
I like how dry his voice sounds as the T-1000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it gives off the sort of mechanical rasp of a machine attempting to speak.
Yep. Fuck you, bitch. Ow. Ow.
Oh.
Lol. Lol.
Lol.
See, if this were a real Arnie movie, he would be screaming and grunting at every hit. Lol. Lol. Oh my god.
Ow. That hurts. Somehow that is the only thing that's ow.
Why do you keep doing that?
You got me the first time. Ow! God fucking damn it. That was my face.
Somebody has made a
face.
Somebody has made a supercut of every time Arnold Schwarzenegger has given off like a grunt or a scream.
Okay.
And it's hilarious. I gotta show you guys when we're done with this.
That's an homage to the ending of the first Terminator.
Yeah.
But it's not really done in a member berries kind of way. It's done more in a like this is the kind of thing that should happen sort of way. Only imagine how hot it is in a place like that. Both filming it and in real life.
I swear I'm hearing things. Why is my mother who has never called to me tenderly recently is trying to reach out to me with a very soft tone of voice?
Why indeed?
There she.
Ooh.
Oh. He gave away the game a little too early.
Three.
I can't tell if it's
Four,
the heat
5
or if it
6.
was the
You're out. Up 7. My bad.
Ah, crap.
If you hadn't have dropped that last bullet, you might have had him. Yeah, because that nice.
Smack him in the face with the gun.
This is madness.
By the way, that little finger wagging thing motion,
that was improvised.
and that's all. well, not only is that improvise, but that's also something he does in Combat 1.
No, this is Sparta.
Who could do to you the T-1000?
That's a really cool effect.
God. That sounds like one of the raptor effects from Jurassic Park.
It does.
Everybody gets imitated throughout the film.
Yep. At one point, the T1 during one of the exchanges the T-1000 has with Homelander is pointing out that his heat vision can't burn hot enough to kill him.
Huh. That is fucking haunting.
Very.
Come on, we have to repair you so that we can go to the beach later and not have me get shot.
Where would you get an idea like that?
No, wait, let me see that other arm. I could replace that.
Let me see that other arm. I'm going to need it. Maybe I'll just hide out in the cave somewhere.
Oh, that's a relief.
Aww.
Adios, muchacho.
Hard to believe all this trouble caused by one little chip.
Yep.
Not yet.
No. Come on, Uncle Bob. We'll fix you up. We'll fix you up. We'll get you a nice cabin in the woods.
She could just Sparta kick him. I must go now. Oh, he has seen the future and all the shitty sequels.
I have to get out of here before my contract brings me back for another bad film. It has to end here. The series has to end here. I'm sorry, John. You must not come back for any of the other movies either.
I won't be back.
You could write entire essays about what that handshake means.
Yep.
You could.
And the last thing he does before going into the lava or going in the met, their thumbs up.
The thumbs up that broke the hearts of a million men.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, that dates this movie a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, God, I remember when play places looked like this and played like this. We had one of them where I live.
Yeah.
Hey, lady, where are you getting all those audio cassettes? Well, you see, a guy named James Gunn made a movie called Guardians of the Galaxy and released the soundtrack on audio cassette, and a bunch of hipsters started insisting that more music get released on audio cassette.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, this is an alternate universe.
This is the only timeline I accept.
The Terminator multiverse is a many fucked up one.
And there's John, all grown up.
And in a just world, that would be where Terminator sequels stopped.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't. Presented in association with Le Studio Canal Plus SA. Okay.
Yeah, sadly, we don't live in a just world, and
Yes.
and we live in a
we live in a world with 4 more Terminator sequels and 3 Star Wars sequels.
Hey. Ah, Xander Berkeley was in this, so
Yes.
Mento was in this movie.
Michael Edwards played old John Connor. I would have insisted on being credited as future John Connor. Not old, but, you know. Dean Norris was the SWAT team leader.
Nice.
Huh.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a 10 out of 10.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah, I agree.
And because of how notorious the sequels are, I fear I will respectfully be bowing out because
Well, I will respect your respectfulness. However, the invitation is still open.
There's only so many times after God knows how many movies I've done. There's only so many times where I scream at a bad movie.
Oh, you don't have to scream. You can keep it. You can just get real close and say "fuck you, movie, fuck you, movie." You really suck,
No.
film. Bad movie ASMR with the Metley Crew.
Yeah.
No.
Here today we're talking about The Last Jedi, a movie made by a man who hates films, filmmaking, and audiences.
So yeah, these.
Yeah, You Could Be Mine by Guns N' Roses. I can't remember. That has to be off of Use Your Illusion. Might be off Appetite for Destruction, but I can't remember.
Can't remember a lot of things.
This would have been back before Slash left the band because Axl was being a dick. Stan Winston, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Stan Winston.
Crash McCreary, I can't remember. I think that guy went on to do some more stuff, because I remember that, for some reason I remember a guy named Crash McCreary being credited in some other films.
Right.
Yeah, this is a Use Your Illusion song, because this was around the time that all their songs started taking a while to get going. You Could Be Mine, Bad to the Bone. Hey, look at that. 3 licensed tracks. We've seen that movie too.
Are we sure this isn't a Guns N' Roses cover of Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Be mine, but you're way out of line. I need to check out the movie novelization. I haven't read the movie novelization of this one. I wonder what they did with the alternate scenes and whatnot. Incidentally, this is not the one with the scene that I was thinking of. I wonder if it's the other one of the other special editions that has that scene in it. Everybody remember that scene? Was it?
Yeah.
That was the one. Okay, the one where Arnold's voice is dubbed over. By go, sounds like this.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be seeing you.
And then Arnold dubs over the voice
back,
of somebody
back
else.
We'll be back next week with the hobbits being taken to Isengard.
The taking the hobbits to Isengard.
And we'll be back here tomorrow with the finale of JoJo Part 3.
Till then, we will see you guys later. Bye, everybody.